Hey, hey, hey! Time from the out of this world story from our space. I love It's a Beautiful Thing until it isn't today on our space. Sometimes the end of one chapter is the beginning of a much better book. Wife cheated on me. Now I'm thriving while she's spiraling today marks what would have been the 10-year wedding anniversary. For me, 32 male and my ex, 31 female. We met in middle school, began dating in high school, and got married shortly after college. We have 3 kids together. My ex Anna spent the early years of the marriage at. As a stay-at-home mum, as the years went on, she became increasingly bored with that and eventually restarted her college education with 1 semester to go. She decided the major she was pursuing no longer interested her as she dropped out of college. Instead, she began working as a waitress in a local restaurant. Her best friend Monica, 38 female, also worked there. She enjoyed the work and seemed to be doing a good job with it. She's making friends with for the first time in years. Her depression was getting better, and it seemed to be a positive change in her life. I work full-time, and with the well-paying serving shifts taking place at night, and on weekends I took on additional responsibilities at home so she could work those shifts. I adjusted my work schedule to have more flexibility for taking the kids to and from school, or to be home with them on random days off. I took them to all their weekly sports practices, and after school activities I took on the majority of the cleaning, shopping and laundry. And I had some tough years with depression, including one known suicide attempt, so I was happy to take on more family of responsibilities, as it allowed her to pursue something that finally provided happiness. After a few months working at the restaurant, and it became close friends with the female co-workers around the same time, she also started telling me more about her work stories with Dan. Dan was a 24 male line cook at the restaurant. At first, they were normal work stories, funny things that happened at work, how they reacted to rude customers, the latest drama from workplace that employs a yacht of young drama-filled people. But as time went on, she started to tell me about how Dan was hitting on her and telling her she was pretty. We had conversations where I shared that I felt her relationship was crossing a line, and I asked that she shut down any non-professional interactions he had with her. As the months went on, I stopped hearing about Dan, and I was assured he was no longer hitting on her. As the months went on, our marriage declined. We no longer made time to date each other. We stopped enjoying spending time with one another. I didn't outright know she was cheating on me, but I knew our relationship wasn't the same as it used to be. Then, in March of this year, she didn't come home one night after work. It had become a regular occurrence that she would go out for drinks with co-workers after their shifts ended for quite a while. I was happy for her because it seemed she had made some genuine friends to hang out with. The night she didn't come home from work, I had fallen asleep on the couch while trying to wait up for her in the early hours of the morning. I called her phone 3 times, wondering where she could be and if she was okay. On the third call, she briefly answered, informed me she drank too much, and stayed at Monaco